What is going on, YouTube? My name's Edward. Thank you for joining me during my trading journey here today using binary options. Um, so, basically, where do we get started here? So, what I'm looking for is my strategy for today is that, as you can see on my screen, I'm looking for a definitive trend, either up or down, and it to be confirmed in several different indicators. So if you're new to pocket options, I have a link below if you would like to follow along with me in the demo account. Absolutely free for you to sign up, no pressure or anything. So basically, like I said, I'm looking for a definitive trend here in I'm using, like I said, I'm using pocket option. So I have several different indicators. I have three moving in average indicators, a parabolic SAR. So you can see the dots moving underneath the chart, the candles here. You can see that means it's an upward trend, and dots moving downward is a downward trend using the parabolic SAR. So we can see trend changes using that indicator. The moving averages is just the average of whatever the price is for a historic amount of candles going backwards from where we are here. So going backwards. So the red line indicates the 50 moving average. So we're going back 50 candles to see what the moving average is. So you can see it's almost a straight line, right? So, and then we have a leading indicator, which I have depicted here. All of the settings, by the way, are down below in the description. So if you want to see what the settings are, but my leading indicator here for a moving average is a lot less than 50 candles, but it's indicative of a buy or a sell signal when the candle's moving downwards, and the white line is actually crossing the red line in a downward fashion. That usually indicates a sell, and then going upwards, crossing the red line. If the white line crosses the red line, it indicates a buy. So you can see that it's actually here true and correct based on the candles if you take a look. So I have three different moving averages: the parabolic SAR, which shows trend change, and then I have the RSI, the relative strength index. So what I'm looking for this one is that the RSI is pointing upwards or downwards in a definitive manner away from the 50. If it's running parallel to the 50 or on the 50, I usually leave it alone. I don't enter. I don't enter into a trade. We have this stochastic indicator, which actually has two ranges here at the top and the bottom. Above the 80 line indicates something is overbought, and anything below the 20 is something that's oversold. So if we're using a commodity or a commodity or a currency pair, it's indicative of buying and selling actions, right? So as you can see here, the stochastic indicator has actually entered into the oversold section. The gold line on it being on top um, is usually our leading indicator here. So if the gold line crosses the blue line, it's also indicative of a sell. And if it crosses in an upward fashion across the blue line, it's indicative of a buying action. So we can tell a lot about the way the market is going on the stochastic. If it's overbought or oversold, it looks like maybe a trend change is about to happen. Kind of give us some guidance as to whether or not to enter. We also have the vortex indicator. The vortex indicator here indicates also buying and selling, but it also shows us the strength of what the trend looks like. So the RSI is kind of fickle in that you'll see it as I go through in here in pocket options. You'll see that the RSI tends to flicker up and down, and it'll be fickle. But if it's stuck in a definitive manner, then that's usually where I'm going to go with entering. So the vortex tells me a little more information in the sense that if the lines are running completely parallel again to this center line, then I'm not going to enter because we're going to get caught in what I call the wash. The candles moving sideways, and a lot of times it's a crapshoot as to whether or not we're going to be successful with our entry. If it's one near the moving averages here, or two if the candles are just running sideways. I mean, sometimes there's not a lot of like market action, there's not a lot of volume, and so the market will just like move sideways, and there's no definitive trend change up or down, or it'll actually show us a trend, but the market will be moving up and down, but the candles will be so small that, like I said, it's going to be a complete crapshoot. Yeah, whether or not you're going to be successful, and it's probably better not to enter. So, all of that being said, I know that's a lot. Thank you for joining me. If this is useful information, please make sure you smash the subscribe button. Let me know you subscribed in the comments below. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm excited you guys are here. Thank you. All right. So I have $20.16. The 16 cents was from my last session, which was absolutely brutal. And so let's go ahead and get started and see if we can find ourselves a successful trade. So our setup is the same indicators I just mentioned. The description down below also shows the settings for the indicator. So if you want to follow along with me in Pocket Option, you can go ahead and do that. So you'll see me modify my time here between, sometimes I'll even do 5 seconds. So between 5 seconds, 15 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, depending on what the candle action looks like. If it's moving really, really fast, you'll see me usually use a 1 second timer or even a 5 second timer to see if I can sneak a couple of extra dollars in there into our balance. Or I'll go sometimes long if the candles are really, really slow. Maybe I'll go 2 or even 3 minutes. It depends. So no 2 days are the same here in Pocket Option. So yeah, let's get with that. Let's get started. So we're finding ourselves a commodity or a currency pair to actually enter something that looks appealing. So let's take a look at this first one here and analyze it, right? So we have the New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen, and we have a downward trend. It looks like there is definitely a selling action. You can see that the moving average crossed the red line, the white line, the leading indicator crossed the moving average of the 50 candles, the red line. And there's definitely selling going on. That's actually supported by the parabolic SAR moving downwards, but you can see the trend has been moving for very, very long, right? So I'd be weary about using this as an indicator, but you can see that the RSI is sharply ticking up. Look at the candles. The candles are starting to move upwards. Our moving average is moving upwards. We have our stochastic oscillator. Wow, that's a mouthful. Moving upwards. You can see that it crossed into a buying action in an upward manner, and then we can see that the vortex is actually starting to move up. So I might actually enter here in a 1 minute up and see what happens. So for $1, let's do this. See what happens. I got caught on the pullback. Is it going to move upwards? All right, here we go. 52 seconds on the clock. It looks like our whole goal is when we mark it here on the chart that the candles start to run away from our position. It's starting to look good. 41 seconds left. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Just a little bit of pullback. Is there a resistance line or a support line that I'm missing here? I think there might be a resistance line right here that is bouncing off of. So what I mean by that is that you'll see a lot of people here on YouTube or otherwise if you've watched um, other YouTube people, they'll go ahead and they'll draw a line. Let's see if I can draw one here. We got 3 seconds. Am I going to be successful? Did I get it? Oh, I did not get it. Ah, too bad. All right. So what had happened is let me go ahead and draw the line anyway. So I'm just going to put a horizontal line here. So what we're looking at is what I missed, what I failed to see is one I just mentioned at the beginning here, not to get caught in the wash. We're actually pretty close to the trend lines, right? So you have the moving average is it's all just kind of moving sideways now. It looked good at the beginning. It was kind of a mirage, but what I had mentioned about support lines and resistance lines was this one here. When I entered, it bounced, right? You can see that the candle is actually moving downwards from where I had entered, which was right about this line, right about here, I think. Right on the moving average. No, don't do what I just did. So what I mean though is there's a support line and a resistance line. So the highest high is the resistance line, and the lowest low is going to be the support line. So what tends to happen is there tends to be a bounce in price when things tend to hit the highest high or the lowest low. There tends to be some sort of resistance, and then when it goes upwards, and then when it goes downwards, there tends to be a bounce upwards, and that's called the support line, right? So a lot of people you'll see on YouTube will end up drawing a line at the highest high and the lowest low, just to, anticipate a bounce. It's not necessarily going to happen, but it's a proven method. All right, so let's go and find ourselves a currency pair that is to our liking, or a commodity. So those of you just tuning in, we started with $20. We just executed one entry and was not successful. We were not successful. Let's see if we can, so see if we can find something better to our liking. Downward falling trend, it's down. We have one candle that's up. It doesn't really know. This one, I think this one, I don't know. This one's hard to say. Not a lot of definitive trend there. Okay, so we see a down. We see something slightly down. It's down. There's a correction being made. There's a really long trend hanging around. We got 24 seconds this bar. We see a pullback. Okay, so this one's actually strongly moving downwards now. You can see it's confirmed here, here, and here. Downward trend. But look at that pullback. Yeah, pullback. See what this next candle does. Sometimes I'll wait until the next candle to see what happens. See if it starts to pull away from these moving averages. Because ideally, we don't want to be hanging around the moving averages, like I said, because you can see that the candles are moving sideways. And sometimes it's a mirage. It looks good, but if it's positioned near here, you may see a bounce, and it's just going to be hanging around here, just up and down, up and down. It doesn't know if the market's coming or going. Okay, looking still. Let's go and take a look and see what is. So let's look at currencies. So if you're not familiar with Pocket Option has different markets you can enter to. There's the OTC market, after hours trading, and then there's the actual markets. You can see here currency pairs. There's cryptocurrencies. You can actually, not too long ago, they just added the Bitcoin ETF OTC. The percentages you see on the side here are the percentages of payout, right? So I put $1 down and it's successful. I get $1.92. Commodities, see if there's anything to our liking. There's Apple, there's indexes. So I usually stick around the currency pairs. Those tend to be my thing, but you can obviously do whatever you like if you have a demo account or a real account. Let's see. Let's pick one. Oh, don't like that one. Don't like that one. See, look, the market's pretty tight here. It's definitely falling, but this one might be interesting. Actually, look at where the first dot of the new trend. It's heading downwards in a sharp manner. I'm going to hit a 1 minute timer and see what happens for $1. So we got a pullback. See, there could be money made here. I'm going to hit for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I got it. Okay, let's do it again. See, this is what I mean. Like it's definitely moving in a definitive manner. 4, 3, 2, 1. I just got another $1. Okay, so we're back at $20 where we started. As you can see here in Pocket Options, there couldn't be significant swings. Like I was down for a few trades, but if you hit the right market, you find the right market that is for you and your strategy, you could make some coin. Like you imagine if this $1 had been $100. I mean, the multiplier is pretty significant, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and just like that, we were successful in our 1 minute trade. Let's see here. Let's take a look at where we're at. So we're at 3 of 4 so far. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad to start the day here. All right, let's put this back at 1 minute. So the trend is still down. We see this market is bouncing up and down. There's a resistance low. Sorry, there's a support level right here. So, like I said, the high is high, low is low. The lowest low is actually here, but a lot of times, if you look at the other candles and where it's bouncing, there's a seems to be a reluctance to go lower for people to sell. For whatever reason, people have done the calculations, and the market is up and down, up and down. People buying, people selling. The market doesn't really know, so I'm going to stay away from this one. It was good for the while it lasts. Or what we could do is we could try the 5 minute, the 5 second again if we want to. If there's a definitive bounce here in the middle, there's another game to be played here. So, like I said, if you see a definitive bounce in these candles, it is totally possible to make some extra bank based on the bounce. It looks like it's sort of predictable, at least for first few bounces, you kind of can gauge where it's going to go. And if it, obviously works in your favor and runs away from your position in the direction you wanted it to in 5 seconds, and yeah, you'll be successful. So as you can just see, I pulled that one off like here. It was 1 minute. It was 5 seconds. Yeah. So I made what is it, like $4 to just under $4 and like 10 seconds. Like there is bank to be made. It's just, what games do you want to play while you're on here, right? So like there's so many different ways you can do this in pocket options. And I think a lot of people will get frustrated because they don't really know the games that can be played in here, right? So there's the 5 second game. I just showed you that. There's there's the 1 minute game. You can, depending on the candles, you're gonna really have to like gauge for yourself as to like what the timing is to make this go off. But ideally, we want to get in and out as fast as possible, right? So that's usually my philosophy. As much as possible, I try not to use a 3 minute timer because it's like a world can change on a dime in 3 minutes. But I have been successful at times using a 3 minute timer. But yeah, it really depends. I hate to give you that answer and be so vague, but it's true. It's true. All right, let's find ourselves another currency pair or commodity we can actually work with. See here, the gap is pretty big, but you can see it's running sort of sideways. Not really digging that. Let's go with, so this one looks like it could be a trend change, but I don't want to be in the business. I've said this in my other videos too. I do not want to be in the business of trying to predict a trend change because I don't think that's good for, one, your sanity, and two, your pocketbook. So, here's one. Looks like it's falling. I think our RSI might be a little bit behind and lagging in what the trend is, but you can see there's still slightly an uptrend. The candle's going up, candle's going up. There's still upward pressure. This one here, even though it's heading downwards. One note about the RSI is that once this RSI reaches the 50, there tends to be a propensity to bounce. And so either in upward or a downward fashion. So if you see it down below and it's heading upward, 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 there tends to be the tendency for this thing to bounce on the 50 downwards or just stay on the 50 altogether and run sideways. So you can see this thing's hanging out in the moving averages. I'm probably going to stay away because I really, really, really try to make sure as much as possible, except for like that first trade I made today, to try and stay away from hanging out in the moving averages because that tends to move sideways, right? So, and it's a total crapshoot, as I've said probably a million times in this video already. So this one's slightly headed upwards. This one looks pretty strong upwards. I think this RSI may actually start to move upwards again, but you can look at the candles. The candles aren't very big. There's not a lot of volume. Stay away. So let's go and take a look at the actual pairs here. Let's so this is live data from the actual market. See if that was flat. Not liking that one. Not liking that one. You can see there's a small dip. See, you see that? That I don't know if you caught that or not, but the RSI was pretty fickle. It looked like it was sideways, and then now it's moving downwards. And I don't know what's going on with that, so I'm gonna stay away. All right, and we are still looking for a currency pair to work with. This one's slightly up, but the candles are not very big. You can see that it's there's some sideways moving action here. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It doesn't really know. Then yeah, it's gonna break upwards, I think. I think this one is going to break upwards still. Let's do a 1 minute timer. Let's take a look at the candles. So if this thing turns red like that, I'm gonna press the button because you can see that the trend tends to be red, green, red, green, red, green. And let's see if this thing moves upwards. The trend is upwards. Oh, the RSI is moving down. Got 39 seconds on the clock to figure this out. But look at the volume. See, the volume isn't moving very much. It's like I got caught in the wash here. It was starting to move away from the moving averages, but it looks like it's moving towards the moving averages again. Up, down, up, down. But this thing doesn't stay very long in an upward manner before it starts to go back down again. 16 seconds. I'm probably going to lose this one. This was a really terrible entry. So those of you just tuning in, we started with $20. We've see here. Hang on a second. 2, 1. We just lost this one, but we are 3 and 2. We're just above 500 if you guys are doing averages here. Yep, we're 3 and 2. Let's take a look, see if we can find something with a high percentage that actually looks appealing to enter into. Here's one. It's into the. This one looks good. I'm gonna enter and then down for 1 minute and see what happens. So we're two candles into the trend change. We're seeing some sort of pullback. It's starting to run flat now. You can see the stochastic is showing us that it's overbought. It's crossing in a downward manner. So this thing will go back down, I think. Oh, I don't know. The vortex is running sideways. This could be another bad entry. This could be another bad entry. We got 28 seconds left. So I'm going to do something that's not advised. I'm going to enter again, but just to see if I can get it on the down with yeah. I don't think that this thing is going to head upwards, but I am totally wrong. Look at it go upwards. Look at that. Ooh. So we're at 1892 now. We started with $20. I did not get that. Oh, it's bouncing. It's bouncing against the moving average. 23 seconds left. 22 seconds left. Are we going to get this? It's a total crapshoot. Does it have enough? Does it have enough mojo to go downwards? 5, 4. Nope. 3, 2, 1. And it was close, but no cigar. All right. Wow. Okay. Not doing so well. We're at 1892. Okay. So here we go. Here's a first dot in the trend change. It's upward. It's upward. Market is running sideways. But this looks promising. I mean, look, it's still running upwards though. So let's just observe this one and see what happens. So if I had entered up here, that probably wouldn't have been great. Let's see what happens. This is touching the RSI 50. This is what I mentioned earlier. See, it hit the 50 and there tends to be a bounce. and whether it bounce or stay on the 50 altogether. If you go and take a look at this, I'm curious what this is going to do, because this could head back downwards. Yep. So we're taking, wow. Yeah, see, I would have been caught in the crapshoot again. Like, here we go. It's heading back downwards. The trend is up, but this was a mirage. And I think the saving grace for me was I was looking at the vortex. You see, the vortex is running sideways here. The vortex is running sideways, and so this is why I didn't enter. Unlike maybe like one of the other ones I did earlier, do not force an entry if you don't have to, because I don't really know if you have to anyway, but just don't do it, because yeah, if all the signs aren't there, and it's definitely not something in a definitive manner in terms of trend, up or down, yeah, there's no reason why not to stay. There's no reason to enter unless you know you're not emotionally there, which is sometimes my issue too. So, oh, this looks promising. Look at this. So we're 4 dots into the new trend in an upward manner. It's up. Look at the gap here. It looks promising. It's up. It's up. So I'll enter it 1 minute and see what happens. Let's take a look. There's a little bit of pullback. Oh man! As soon as I enter, of course, there's a pullback, right? That's brutal. Is it going to recover? It's still upward. Is it going to recover and move up? 4 dots into the trend. Am I too late? That's the question, right? Oh, there we go. Is it going to start? Oh, it's moving upwards. We're starting to see some downward pressure. RSI is moving downward. Vortex is moving up. The stochastic oscillator is still showing upward. It has not crossed into selling territory yet. It is not heading downwards yet. It looks like it could be flat, but we'll see. We got 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, I just missed it. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, it's too bad. Too bad. Just missed that one. And my entry wasn't far enough away from where it was going to go to actually be in the money, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That's how the game's played here. So all right. Let's see here. You had to excuse me for a second. I had to sneeze. All right. So here we are, back looking for a currency pair or some kind of commodity that's to our liking. Let's take a look and see what the markets look like. That one's flat. That was relatively flat. Here's one. Oh, I don't like this vortex. Look how close the lines are to each other. I don't think this is going to head very far up, and then I think it's going to bounce again. We'll see. We'll see. And it looks like I might have been wrong. Let's take a look at this. Yep. See, it's gonna head back down, I think. There's some downward pressure. And it's nearish the moving averages. With RSI, it looks like it's strong in an upward manner. It's upwards, it's upward. Let's take this one for a 1 minute up. I'm intrigued by this. See what happens. Looks like we have some upward pressure now. Yay. Okay. Starting to looks promising. Looks promising. 37 seconds on the clock. New bar. doesn't really know if it's going up or down. Let's see, it's moving a little too fast for a 5-second trade, I think. We can give it a shot. Okay, watch this bounce. Watching it bounce. See, it looks like it's pretty predictable. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we have another win, ladies and gentlemen. $1.92. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's starting to break away. Starting to break away. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, did not get that one. We try another 5-second here. Just a few seconds here. I want to see how this thing's gonna move. Does it do anything predictable within a few, at least 1 or 2 bounces? It's moving upwards. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we just got it. Oh, it just went to 88%. That's awesome. So we had we won $1.84. So where are we at for today? We are 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5. We're 5 and 5. Oh, 5 and 6. The first one out of the gate was not successful. So we're a little bit underwater here. We're 1868. Started with $20. Let's see if we can be positive moving forward here. Let's see, you see it's strong in the upward manner, but look at this vortex. The vortex is sideways. That would be, you can see it's starting to move sideways, and that's indicative of the candles. You see the downward pressure here. I think this is going to start moving downwards, but like I said, I don't really like to pick trend changes because I can't. Or if we just go with whatever the RSI says, which is slightly down, but it doesn't know. It does, the parabolic SAR is showing an upward, so you can see there's definitely upward pressure after being down for a little bit. What are people voting? You can see here in this is another interesting indicator. It shows you the slider, like all open trades placed by people on pocket option, which way they're going, right? So this could actually influence you a little bit too, I imagine. Oh, this one's strong in the up, but yeah, I'm not really digging how small the candles are. Like, it's not really telling, screaming, hey, put an up entry here, because I don't want to get caught in the wash like I did already, like on the last few trades. So you have to excuse me. I have a little bit of a head cold, but I'm going to soldier on here for you guys. Let's see. Oh, here's one. This is definitely down. Like, it's two into the downtrend. So I'm going to place a 1 minute down. Let's see what this thing does. If it starts breaking, then I'm going to start doing 5 seconds too. 4, 3, 2, 1. I just got another. Oops. Just got another 5 seconds, I think. Yep. Got another 5 seconds for $1.92. We're at 1860 of $20. Let's see if we can do it again. So it's green. There we go. We just got another 5 seconds. See, there is money to be made in this game of balancing. If you can see something that looks sort of predictable, like we know this baby's heading down. It's a downtrend, right? There's 3 dots heading downwards. And we see the moving average. The white has crossed the red. We can see that everything looks like it's heading downwards, and I just lost that one. Ah, crap. Anyway, you can see everything is heading downwards for 5 seconds. If you know this is the stem right here at the end of the candle, if it's a predictable balance and it keeps heading up to that stem and keeps going back downwards but not going anywhere else, there's money to be made there. There is games within pocket option here. So just something I want to bring to your attention. Oh, the payout went to 92%. This baby's still heading downwards. Let me give it a 1 minute timer. It's very strong. It's extremely strong. I'm going to put 2 down, actually, just try and double our money if we can. I'm going to go 5 seconds again. Let's take a look and watch. Just observe the bounce. It is bouncing. The pullback is such that I want it to run over my position. Oh, so 4, 3, 2, 1. There's another 5 seconds. Still moving downwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. There's another 5 seconds. Turn green. I'm gonna hit the down button for 5 seconds. 2, 1. All right, we won a whole bunch. Like we won like 3 or 5 in a row. So there was a 5 seconds. There's 1 5 seconds. There was a second 5 seconds. This was a minute. There was another 5 seconds. So after a really slow start, it looks like we're starting to pick up steam here, ladies and gentlemen. So we won like the last 5. Some of them were on 5 seconds. Some were on 1 minute timers. I don't know what our scorecard is, but we started with $20 and we're at $24.12 now. So we're up $4.12 from where we were at one point. I think we were down to like $16 or $17. So we're doing well. It's still moving downwards. You can see that the market's not quite sure. There's some upward pressure. I think we're going to go. Let's do another 1 minute down and see what happens. Did this thing crash on me? I think it crashed on me. Hang on a second, guys. Yeah. So if anybody else is dealing with this, there was an update to Chrome, and I think it broke something in Pocket Option. Not quite sure, but anyway, we're back. It still looks like it's moving downwards. You can see this really big chasm here of RSI action. I'm going to put a 5 seconds down. 4, 3, 2. Nope, I'm going to lose this one. 1. Oh, I got it. Holy smokes. I didn't think I was going to get that one. That's awesome. All right. Let's see what we can look at the bounce. Can we get another 5 seconds out of this? I don't know. You can let me put a 1 minute down and then we can play around with this 5 seconds business here. So we want so ideally, like if you're new to Pocket Option, I just marked on the chart higher or lower. I said 1 minute, I think that the price is going to be lower from where I marked it here on the candle, and you can see that the price is running away, which is extremely good for us. Nothing's guaranteed. Oh, that's good. So nothing's guaranteed, but yeah, here this is looking promising. So I've set the timer back to 5 seconds. Let's see if we can get another 5 seconds out of this. Like I'm just going to observe the bounce and see. I'm going to mark the chart where I can. Wow, look at there's not a lot of volume. Look how slow that thing's moving. Not a lot of volume. Three, 2, 1. Nope, did not get it. And I think I just lost 2 in a row. Yep. Well, not really a row. I just lost 2 straight. So anybody who's tuning in, we started with $20. We're at $23.04 now. Looks like the market is turning on us. Looks like there's some upward pressure. Next candle up looks like it's kind of caught in the wash. I'm going to leave this one where it is because I don't want to deal with that. Let's see if we can find something else that's to our liking. Well, look at the chasm between these two. So it's starting to run sideways now, but look at that. It's as far as you can go in the vortex indicator. It's definitely, oh wow, look at that. Like it seems ticking upward now. What the heck? This is intriguing because there could be something here. I think it's going to be heading upward. 5, 3, 2. Nope. 1. Nope. I missed it. The trend is upwards. The trend is upwards, but it looks like it's starting to move downwards. This trend is very, very long. Like, wow, look how long that trend is. That's impressive. That's actually really impressive. All right, where are we? Let's see, it's running flat. Here, it's running flat, relatively flat. Is it breaking away? This is really strong. But look at this is a long trend again. Are we gonna get, is this a mirage? Is it a mirage? Yep, I think so. This is downward pressure. You can stem. I think, if I had to predict a trend change, I would probably give it a 3-minute timer and head downwards. But like I said, I don't want to be predicting trend changes. Let's see, looking. So it's upward, it's upward. We're 4 dots into a downward trend. Wow, look at that. How's that supposed to be downward? But these stems are down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's up. Wow, this one's thoroughly confusing in the indicators. It's flat. Flat. Very flat. Very flat. Like, yeah, how flat this is. Everything's running alongside the parallel lines there. This is downward. It's like everybody's out to lunch or something. The markets are pretty flat. They were flat last night when I was online too, which is, I'm trying to find the best time of day. So if anybody knows like a great time of day, just shout it out in your local time and I'll figure that one out. I could go live for that too. So, oh, what's this? This is exciting. We're one bar in on trend change. I'm going downwards 1 minute. I'm going to actually double up on this one because we're heading downwards. Is it strong? Ooh, this is what I was warning about, the 50. Look how flat it went against the RSI. The RSI against the 50 line. I could end up losing this one because, yeah, it's a mirage. There's a lot of mirages, and you got to figure out like what is real. And sometimes I get fooled. Yeah, shout out in the comments if you know what I'm doing wrong. I'd appreciate the comments or the criticism or whatever. Yeah. Let's see if this is okay. So I'm gonna get at least one of these. 3, 2, 1. At least on the double up, I got one of those. $1.92. So anybody who's starting, who just tuned in, we started with $20. We've been up as high, I think, like $24, $25, and now we're at $20.96. We're right back where we started. Still fighting. Here's one. Oh, this one's a severe down. Look at that. Look how down that is. Wow. Holy smokes. I'll give that one a 1 minute just to see what happens because we're on. That's a really large. Wow. That's the largest bar I've seen in a while. Candle, I should say. Here's a big pullback. Let's see what happens. Still, the RSI is showing downward. showing flat. It's flat, running relatively flat. We have 15 seconds. What is this market going to do? Is it up? Is it down? I'm going to lose this one. Let's see. Let's look for a market to our liking. Here's one that's slightly up. Look at the candles are all running sideways. Yikes. It's showing down. It's showing down. But you can see that the moving average is flat. It's a pancake. I'm going to stay away from that one. For whatever reason, the euro and the ruble, or anything involving the ruble, tends to have some crazy swings. I've noticed in some of the other sessions I've had. Some of them I haven't recorded, but yeah, some past experiences. The ruble and the Swiss franc seem to have a lot of a lot of volatility. I don't know what's going on with those two currencies, but there's been some really scary action on those too. Since it was almost like a roller coaster watching those bars moving up and down. Right, here's one. This is intriguing. It's up. It's definitely up. So moving away from the moving average. I'll give it a 1 minute, see what happens. There's no 5 seconds for this one. So the 5 seconds tends to be an OTC, the after hours trading, pairs, and commodities. For whatever reason, pocket option doesn't provide usually 5 seconds in the actual currency pairs. I think only sparingly it does that. Yeah, so I entered for 1 minute, and it looks like we have 27 seconds left. It's running away from our position. This could be good. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. 19 seconds left on the clock. Are we going to get back to $20? 13, 8 seconds left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back to $20, ladies and gentlemen, right back where we started. That's not necessarily a bad thing. We haven't made $1 million yet, so but it's proof that my system is sound. Like, we haven't lost our shirts. We did last night. Unfortunately, it's just sometimes. Oh, there we go. Minimum expiration time for current asset has been changed to 5 seconds. Awesome. So take back what I said earlier. And I don't know why they do that. Pocket option does it every once in a while and changes it to 5 seconds. I guess it increases your odds of losing entries. So if that happens, they're probably pretty happy about that. All right, so here we are. This market looks relatively fun. What you can see here, the stochastic. This is some serious selling going on, right? So we got the parabolic SAR in the downward fashion. We got the moving average downward. We have our price, our candles moving downward. I'm gonna go 1 minute down and see what happens. And we have 5 seconds now on the timer, which was given to us as a new weapon. And I'm gonna use it. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got. What? How did I lose that? Seriously, it looked good all the way up until the final of the timer. There was just a pullback in the last second, I guess. Okay, well, I guess I didn't observe it good enough. Watching the bounce, see if this thing's going to continue. So if this thing pulls back, that's when I usually go for a lower. Let's see. 4, 3, 2. Nope, not going to get that one. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. I hit double up. See if there we go. I'm going to hit double up again. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So we just got 3 in a row there. Two off a double up, one off the original entry. So those of you just tuning in, we started at $20. We're now at $21.32. And it looks like this thing may be continuing down again. The bars aren't very big though, and the candles. So there we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We just got, yep, that one closed. Awesome. So we just got another 5 seconds here. So we're at 22.24 out of $20. So I'm just showing you guys the games that can be played. There's the 1 minute timer. I haven't implemented the 2 minute timer yet. But if you been watching, you just have to observe the bounce. There are games to be played for 5 seconds, if even in markets that look flat. It's not an ideal thing to do, but you can lose money really fast. But at the same time, you could make some serious bank. Everything's a risk reward proposition here, right? So, all right. So it looks like the market is falling again. This is falling slightly. No, we hit a resistance level or a support level. There's a support level somewhere here. It's probably the last bar. Huh. Anyway, let's go to another currency pair and see if we can find something to our liking. There's not a lot going on. Oh, look at this one. What is this one? Look at that giant bar moving downwards. That's exciting. All right, so we got the vortex. It's opening up here. This is flat. Serious downtrend. Is it going to continue? I don't know. See, now it's starting to tick upwards. It's still showing down. It's down. Trend is down. Moving average is down. I'm going to get a 1 minute down and see what happens. Oh, 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, that was a 5-second one there. I landed it. That's awesome. All right. Sometimes luck is part of the game, ladies and gentlemen. So let's do a 1 minute on the down. See what happens. Okay, it's starting to move away from our position. We opened up. So we got 5 seconds option open to us too. So let's see if we can make a little extra bank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. That was another one for $1.92. It bounced. Oh, I just missed an opportunity there for 5 seconds. Bounce. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. Did not get that one. 14 seconds left on the original entry. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there was a tie. Looked like there was a tie. Nope. $1.92. Okay. So yeah, it looks like I got two of the 4 of that one. So started with $20. We're at $23. Still fighting, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Thank you for those who have been tuning in or just tuned in. My name's Edward from the Trade Ed channel. Yeah, so just here, if you guys would like to follow along with me, there is a link down below for a pocket option demo account. It's completely free, no pressure. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, that's great. If not, thanks for joining. All right. See here. Oh, look at that one. So it's definitely moving upwards. It's moving away from the moving averages. It's kind of going flat a little bit. The vortex is wide apart, but it looks like it might be downward. You can definitely see that there's downward pressure based on the stems. It's not very heavy downward pressure. I'm going to go 1 minute up, actually. I'm going with the trend. 58 seconds. And Is it moving away? It's moving away from our position. That's great. So let's see if I can get another 5 seconds out of this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, just got another 5 seconds out of that one. So another $1.92, 22.92. Let's see if this pulls back. 4, 3, 2. Nope, didn't get that one. That's okay. So we know the trend is up. Let's see if I'm gonna lose this one though. My original entry, or 21 seconds. Is it gonna move upwards, or is it just gonna keep going sideways? It doesn't look like there's a lot of volume, ladies and gentlemen. See if I can recover something. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Oh, I got two. I got both of them. Wow, that's awesome. Stroke of luck there. I didn't think I was going to get that second one. I totally did. Awesome. All right, so we're at 24.76. Started with $20. Where are we going? I think honestly, I'm getting kind of fatigued here, so I'm going to end the broadcast right now. I may come back on later. I'm not quite sure. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way, you guys know when I'm going live. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are interested in the pocket option demo account, if you don't already have one, there's a link down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.